people what they want. It's Jalen and Jacoby.
He is Jalen Anthony Rose.
What up, dog?
I am David Dowling Jacoby.
And on the cool check-in.
And we are Jalen and Jacoby at 2 p.m., not 2 a.m. What do we do?
We get the people what they want.
I don't know what the people want, but I want Beyonce to buy the Rockets. Please, please, Beyonce, buy the Rockets. Now, she'll probably have a teeny tiny little figurehead piece of the Rockets, but there are reports from Bloomberg that she is interested in buying a piece of the Rockets. Does this make you as happy as it makes me?
It does, and I love seeing these stories happen, in particular with minority ownership in professional sports. Basketball and NFL come to mind. Also, for that matter, all professional sports, you don't see Michael Jordan's the only majority owner. And so what ends up happening, as you alluded to it, a lot of times minorities get the opportunity by being minority stakeholders. So we saw this take place with the Cavs and Usher. You saw this with Jay-Z and the Nets. You see this with the Miami Dolphins and a few individuals, I think including the Williams sisters.
Vivek Ranadive comes to mind.
Absolutely. So I would be enthusiastic about this. This would be a great look for the league. This would be a great look for the Carter family. And think about this. He's saying on 444. How about having a billionaire couple when they both have had ownership stakes in NBA teams?
And the only reason he had to drop his, because he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make more money with my agency anyway. You know, he's like, I don't want to work this Prokhorov guy anymore. And the Nets aren't good. I'm out. They can go 0-82. Wouldn't bother me. So I was looking at this and I was like, man, I would just love to count Beyonce as one of my bosses. You know what I mean? I would just love to be in an organizational structure in which I reported up to Beyonce Knowles. So it made me think, like, would free agents actually consider this when considering what team to play for? And then it got me thinking, Jalen Rose, like, what do free agents consider when they're going to make a move to a new franchise?
Really simple. Are we talking about professional sports?
Yes, we're talking about professional sports.
Okay, so don't let the ticker fool you. Don't let the headlines mislead you. The first thing players are considering is salary.
Okay.
Show me the money. How much am I going to get paid to run with your squad? The next thing, who I'm going to run with? Teammates.
Okay.
The third thing, who's going to be the coach? Who's going to draw up the X's and O's? The fourth thing, where are we playing? What market's happening? Can I champagne and campaign in the city?
That's what I was getting at. So what,
lastly,
you tell me what's last.
Unless it's Beyonce, the owner.
So you really think that Beyonce would be the last thing that free agent would consider? They would think about the Houston strip clubs and James Harden's jersey in the rafters and the food and the taxes and all those other things first?
There have been some transcendent owners that got people to come play for their team. Dr. Buss comes to mind. George Steinbrenner comes to mind. That has happened. But when Michael Jordan purchased the Charlotte Bobcats at that time, look back at all of the media pundits and all of the fans. They're like, oh, man, all of the big-time free agents go run with MJ. Not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, and they got Dwight Howard comes to mind. Nicholas Batum, I guess. Yeah, you know, some free agents.
So players consider what's best for them. And you hope to have a really good owner, as you mentioned.
So when you say teammates and coach, that all sort of like boils together to me is how successful is this team going to be? What is my role on this team? And can we win a championship? You put salary first, but for older players like a Chris Paul or a KD, we've seen take a little bit of less money at a chance at a championship. Isn't that fair to say that that is sometimes first?
No, that's isolated incident. We just talked about Isaiah Thomas with some slides that had a Brinks truck on them. He already getting $6 million to play basketball.
He shows you where his priorities are with his slides. Yeah.
No question about it. He saw Steph Curry get $34 million to play basketball, and he on the senior tour. He like, I need that. So you have to consider what's best for your pockets, and those are older players who, in KD's case, was chasing a championship, and he joined the Golden State Warriors and formed a super team. And for Chris Paul, He just wanted to not run with the Clippers. That's what I'm seeing. You already said he got a Houston Rockets tattoo on his neck already.
Right there. The big Rockets tattoo. You'll see it. You'll see it in the next photo. You look for it.
No doubt.
You mentioned Steph Curry and Steph Curry's paper, and a lot of his paper comes from the Warriors, as you mentioned, got a big raise. He also makes a lot of money endorsing Under Armour. He had a very popular shoe, the Currys. I wear the Steph Curry shoes. They're very comfortable. They're good to play basketball in. Shout to Under Armour for sending me those for free. Next.
What up, though, Stone?
Next, we have this, is the Under Armour's stock is starting to plummet a little bit. The latest Steph Currys did not sell as well as expected, so quarterly earnings went down, and the stock price has gone down for Under Armour. And a lot of what was said when KD joined the Warriors was there was this Nike versus Under Armour thing going on. How much do you think that the sales of the Steph Curry shoe and the plummeting stock of Under Armour has to do with KD joining the Warriors?
I think it's secular. The only brand that's truly been able to maintain its level of dominance has been Nike, in particular because they have Michael Air Jeffrey Jordan endorsing their shoes for the last 30 years. He's still the guy that's selling more kicks than everybody. So with that being said, Under Armour made a big-time splash with Steph Curry as he bursted onto the scene. But that level of maintenance wasn't going to be able to stay at that level. That's just unrealistic to expect that. Now with KD joining the team, you go from being the unanimous MVP to obviously winning the championship, but your teammate is finals MVP. Ultimately, when you're not looked at as the quote-unquote best player in the game, that also has some level of effect.
I think that has something to do with it, too. I don't think it's the design of the sneaker or the look of the sneaker. I think it has a lot to do with that. If you remember 2 seasons ago, Steph Curry was breaking the three-point record. Unanimous MVP, the best player in the game, the vanguard. We've never seen this before, and that helps sell the shoes. But now he does share somewhat of the spotlight with KD, and I don't think that Nike is too upset about that. Another person that sells a lot of sneakers, LeBron James. Steph Curry was at Harrison Barnes' wedding before he went to the after party and spilled Bud Light all over his shirt. He was very famously caught on Instagram mocking LeBron James's dance while he worked out. Here's what he had to say about that. Quote, "I've been doing that dance because of him at my house at dinner. When something good happens, I pull that out because I like it and it makes me laugh and it makes me happy. Not making fun of him." Jalen Rose, 0 to 100. How much do you believe that Steph Curry was not making fun of LeBron when he did that dance?
He was making fun of him 80%.
Oh, I'm going 100%. He was definitely making fun of him.
And also, I like the way he phrased it. Because he, in theory, I guess he wasn't making fun of him. Making fun of somebody is teasing him. Ha, 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 nah, 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 nah. He was mocking him.
He was. He was like, it makes me happy when I do that dance. It's like, I believe it does make you happy, but that doesn't mean you're not making fun of LeBron James.
And it's all, again, great players who have played in the NBA Finals 3 straight years. We've seen both teams, multiple players, take jabs at the other side.
Of course.
It's all good. The problem with the visual is that my teammate is over there laughing too. Like, who else in that picture? That's Kyrie? Oh, man. Like I said, your friends, your family, your mate, you can crack on them. You can talk about their warts all day, but you can't allow somebody else to do it. So when that's happening, then you truly know that Kyrie want to be out.
Of course. And also, there's somewhere in LeBron James's head that he knows when he's shirtless, wearing some tights, trying to act gangster, listening to some hardcore rap, wearing ballet tights, he knows he's opening himself up to be mocked. Like, he has to know that somewhere in his soul. But doesn't
Bobby Brown was like, he stole my look.
Now, Kobe Bryant posted a picture on Instagram. He was shirtless. He was hairless, and he captioned the picture, quote, "Objects on camera may appear larger than they do in the mirror. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, okay. Give me 30 days. Hashtag challenge accepted. Hashtag Mamba thick. Hashtag Mamba beast." The image that you're looking at right now is a dramatization of the image. We could not clear the actual image because we had to pay money, and we don't have a budget on this program. But, Jalen, as someone who has, how do we say, expanded and retracted since his playing days, can you sympathize with Kobe Bryant and his dad bod?
I can sympathize, but here's what I want to say to everybody that got a nice chuckle. Here's a guy for 20 years as a professional athlete, was actually paid to stay in shape. So for everybody that wants to tease, snicker, and criticize, when you get a chance, pull out a mirror and look at yourself. That's the one thing that I always felt was head-scratching, that people who aren't in shape tease other people that aren't in shape.
That will never stop me.
Yeah,
that will never stop me. See, you're a professional athlete. I was not a professional athlete. No one ever paid me to stay in shape, and I still managed to keep it somewhat together. Another thing I want, just in Kobe Bryant's defense, is he's on vacation. You know what I mean? When we're all on vacation, we're not working out every day. I think he's in Positano or something, or Portofino, somewhere in Italy, drinking the red wine, eating the pastas. You know, he also didn't take a picture of himself. Like, he was photoed by paparazzi. I love and respect the fact that he had this funny caption and posted on his Instagram. However, I do not respect the fact that he immediately deleted it. Like, if you're going to self-own yourself and self-deprecate, you have to keep the picture up. Come on, Kobe.
I appreciate the post. Again, like I mentioned, he's retired. So you're going to go through a phase where your body gets a chance to just heal. I'm not waking up and pounding my body every single day when I'm not getting paid to be in the gym. He hanging with the wife, he hanging with the kids. And Cole, good looking on that reference to Italy. I had a great time. Appreciate that. And so with that being said, can he live? He posted it as a challenge. Clearly, it's on his page. He did the hashtag.
Well,
he didn't show any shame.
There was a part of your post-playing career where you weren't waking up and pounding your body every day, but it did look like you were waking up and pounding milkshakes every day. How do you explain the Fat Jalen era?
I don't need to explain it. Here's the thing people have to understand. There's 24 hours in a day.
Okay.
And during that period of time, guess what I was focusing on?
I have no idea.
The guys that you ain't had that time. I was lazy. I was eating good. I was embracing it. I wanted to have a beer belly. I wanted to be fat. The only problem is I'm skinny. I'm out of shape. I'm built like a kangaroo because my stomach.
Yeah, so you have kangaroo. When I get fat, I call it the bulletproof vest. It looks